Welcome back. This is Race Review episode number 9. We're still in California now for the final event of the Apex Racing Centers. We are running the Tri-C series there, and so this is round number 3 of their series in Paris, California. We are lined up in third place behind David Vasquez, the VLR factory driver, number 52. Seth Willits, number 7, who is I believe was the previous champion of this series in the 206 senior class, which is the class we're running right here. And we are lined up in third place. And we may have passed him on the formation lap. Because that's what we do. We pass people. And so we're just warming up our tires here. We've gone really low on the pressure. So that was the strategy that I used this time. As I said, look, it's a 20-lap main event. And I was having issues in my warm-up sessions where I sort of drove like an idiot and overdrove the kart, which means that my tires would overheat. And so for this event, I went really low for the tires, which I went a little bit too low. So that was a little bit of a frustration because I should have gone higher. However, lessons learned. In retrospect, that is something that I did notice. But we're lined up in third. We're in a pretty good position here. So that number 7 is right up there. We're getting ready to go. We're lining up. Tires are, as we will find out later, not quite warm enough, but they're all right. Now we're just feathering the throttle, keeping it moving, keeping it in good position. Not really too much to do right now except for sit and wait for pole to go. But we're behind pole, so really these starts are always the easiest thing on planet Earth because you just you can't really screw up a start from third position because you can't make pole jump start. Because he has to start first, so if you're pushing him, it's not really a jump start. So, there is that. So let's see how we can get this start. We're waiting for the green. We're going. Is the green going to be flown? Yes, the green is going to be shown. And Vasquez moves over. He's going to move over to the right. Yeah, he's going to move over to the right just to take a little bit more speed out of that corner. And we tried to too, but we just couldn't quite find the grip there. And so we come out of that corner a lot slower. And so we're coming into this braking zone. And the number 7 just absolutely sends it down the inside. He says, I'm going to take that. Thank you very much. That was a move. That was a clean move. And we screwed up that corner before, and that just gave him that opportunity, unfortunately. So now we just really want to try and stick with him so we can pull away from the other drivers here. That's the name of the game, is work with the driver in second place so you can catch the driver in first place. Again, racing is a lot more about strategy and mind games than it is about brute force and just being that guy who pass. Because if you can't use your brain and you can't be strategic, you're never going to get any past anybody. So here we can actually see that he's in on a slightly longer gearing, and that may just be down the motor itself. It's hard to tell. He is anxious to catch up to that 52 because he wants to drop me and he wants to catch up to Vasquez, of course, because who wouldn't want to catch up to the leader of the race? Can he do it? We're about to find out. Meanwhile, we're not in the best position here. We're in third, and we're a little bit cold on tires, and we're slightly dropping back from that second place position. And it's hot. Big boom. Ow, that one was hefty. And so we just keep pushing it. We're like, well, we got to keep pushing. Try and minimize the mistakes. That one was tough because it always that one really kicks you out and makes you slide. And as I tap my helmet and say, push me, let's go get this number 7. We got to move for it. And we just try and keep our lines clean. Try and just drive as well as we can. But you see on entry there, we're not quite confident in the kart. And we can't quite get out of it what we need to. We're slowly kind of maintaining that pace with that number 7, but we tend to lose it in slight corners, and I have a big slide coming out of that corner, and that's not ideal. That makes us very vulnerable. And so if we keep doing that, we're going to get past very quickly, so we got to nail this. Again, we have to correct, and we have another slide. That's not good. That's not good at all. And so we just keep pushing it here. Just keep going. Over the curb, big bump. Those hurt. But you got to keep pushing it because those give you the pace. And so you just got to keep on rocking. And as we're going to just try and keep pumping those laps, and it's a 20-lap event, anything could happen. And so really we just got to keep pushing the laps in, and we kind of and we dip a wheel in there, and that really slowed us up. That really screwed us. That was a bad mistake, and that's going to hurt us a lot, because down the inside as he goes, we made that mistake, and he said, thank you very much, I want to take that opportunity, as any person should. And so he says, well, I'm going to go in front because I think I'm faster, but then he defends in the inside. I don't know what that was about, because he just tapped his helmet, but we're going to keep running for it. I ain't in a rush. We got 20 laps. I'm maybe not going to be getting that third place. Second place, pardon me. So I probably should work together with this guy now, because he was a little bit faster than me in the heat. I was a little bit faster than him in the heat, but now he's a little bit faster than me at this moment. So work with him, use that to my advantage, and try and see if we can't salvage a second place out of it. So again, but he just pulls out of that. He pulls a kart length out of me coming out of that apex. We were really not good in that corner. And so that really compromises us, and we make that up as he has to slide into that corner. We make that ground back up, coming up this hill here, but it's not enough. Over the hill we go, over the crest, get a little airborne. It's always fun seeing those karts just fly through the air as we go through that corner. It's such an entertaining corner. As we go through here, over the bump again, and if I remember correctly, this is where it happened. If you couldn't read by the title already, that's where I injured myself. I've never injured myself like that before. Like, spinally. And it hurts. I had never experienced that kind of pain before. And having gone to a chiropractor afterwards, it turns out that due to me working on my laptop all the time and having horrible posture because of that, that combined with going airborne right there, and then as we'll see coming up here, I believe we'll get airborne again in this lap. I believe that's lap number 5, or this must be lap number 5. Yeah, see, now we avoided that curb because that shit hurt. And so we avoid that curb, but that curb really gave us a lot of time. So now we got to find a way, and really experimenting with ways to drive in the race is not the way to race. You don't try new things when you're racing your race. Like, that's what practice is for and testing. So that's never, ever a good position to be in. So right now, we just really have to salvage what we can. Hopefully we can hang on to the 71 and work with what we got. It's getting hotter. Track's definitely hotter than the heat, than the pre-final, I mean. So yeah, but basically what happened is that poor posture combined. We're going to take this corner here again. And you just see, it just kind of upsets me a little bit too much. And it started to really distract me throughout the next sequence of corners, which really made me drive a lot worse too, and got my head out of the game. But effectively, the combination of having poor posture and then putting that trauma through my spine pinched a nerve or something and really contorted my muscles up badly enough that it actually caused me a lot of pain. And so I've been to a chiropractor many times since, and it is better now, so I'm not dying, fortunately. But it does mean that it turns out having bad posture is really a killer. And that is unfortunate. But we live and learn. And right now, we're still in contention for that third place. And that draft is kind of saving us a little bit because it gave us an extra half a kart length. Even though he's at a little bit of a longer gearing, it still helps us. And it's helping us a little bit here, too. So we're just going to try and keep our nose clean and see what we can do, see what we can work towards. We are slowly catching that number 7, which is great. Get up him, give him a little boost here. Let's go get that guy. And so let's see what we can do here. He's a little bit slow. Can we give him another boost out of here? Yeah, we give him another boost there. That's nice. Coming over there. We are a little bit hot going into there, and that's really where that starts to come into be a problem, is because we come in there a little bit too hot, and that front left tire just gets abused a little bit too much. We're going to give him another little bump here. That front left tire just gets a little bit too much abuse, and then we run wide, and we can't... Well, I'll show it to you the next lap, but we really... sets us up, and we dip a wheel in the dirt. That's tough. But we're catching that number 7, and that's exciting because that's good news. So, what's gonna happen here? We're sitting quite pretty, but he has a bad exit out of there, and I just kind of give him a nudge there and just say, like, trying to help him get out of there quicker, but also let him know you're coming out of that corner too wide, buddy. But yeah, we're catching him. Now we got a 3-cart draft. That could be good for us, and that could be bad for us, because it could mean that those two could pull away. But again, we're too wide going into this corner, and that's really what screws us, because we then close up these 2 corners, and then we come out onto the straightaway just too slow. And that's where you see these guys pull away from me, is I'm on a shorter gear. I should be able to pull them on under acceleration, but because I take that corner the wrong way, they just get out ahead from me, and so that's very frustrating to deal with. So now, oh, he's going for the move. How's it gonna go? Oh, he doesn't quite go for it. He's still right behind him, but he did not commit to that move, and that is a difficult braking zone. It's very bumpy, so if you commit to a move, you gotta have your nose up next to the guy. You cannot dive bomb in that corner, because inevitably what'll happen is that you'll just lock up and spin out, or you won't be able to slow it down in time, and then you'll just drive into the guy, and that's also no good. So, oh, we got a back marker, we got a blue flag. He moves out of the way, he points us by. That's good, but he's not really slowing down, which is a little bit sketchy. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit, ugh. You kind of be like, okay, what's this guy doing? What's his game plan? Do I need to be worried? Didn't end up being a problem in this scenario, which is good. So we're just gonna keep it tight, keep it close on it. Is he gonna go for a move? No move this lap. And let's see. We just keep it locked on their bumper. That's what we gotta do. Keep it tight, play the cards we got. He's got up to him with our help, but he doesn't quite have the speed to really make a solid move on that number 7 driver. And we can see that number 7 driver's actually opened up another bit of a gap again. So this is going to make it tough for us. We give that 71 an O, but we're going to go for that pass there. We said, I'm going to have it. And he cuts us off. He's like, I want that position back. And so we slot in back behind. And, oh, but now he gets a little bit closer, and he actually catches that draft really nicely out of the corner. There might have been a little bit of a headwind there, so he really pulls up on him. And that kind of puts us at a bit of a disadvantage. We have a little bit of a slide going through that corner. We just kind of keep it tight, keep it moving, try to avoid any mistakes, and keep it going. This is a long race. It's 20 laps. We got a long ways to go. No need to make any stupid decisions before we get to the end of the race. And so, again, that's where that line issue comes, is that we aren't quite set up right for these 2 corners, and that really screws us. And again, we have a better run out of here. We're going to go for that move, but he's now got a little bit of a draft off of that number 7. So can we make this corner? We're on the inside. We can make the move. Are we going to do it? We are. But I believe he made that switch back, and so he's going to come on to our left side right about now. There he is. He's on the inside. He's just going to get us under braking there, and he get that number 18, follows him through, and oh no, we got freight train. That is the feared freight train in 206 racing, is when you get freight trained by multiple guys in one corner. Pause. But that sucks. We're now down to 5th. No bueno. Not the end of the world. We can still make up from this. There's no one behind us, so that really opens up our opportunities, because now, well, you know, we're all clear sailing. But those two really start to hook up, and they're pulling a nice draft on each other, and that really has put us in a bad spot all of a sudden, because now we're playing catch up, and this is going to make it really difficult to overtake any of these guys. So you get on the brakes going into this corner, and mind you, still in quite a bit of pain, so that's difficult to manage. We're doing our best here, coming over the crest into the braking zone. We're right up next to him. We got to just make all our exits perfect, which is difficult because this one corner that's really, see, this bump definitely hurts, and that corner right there, we just kind of screw that one up, and that just gives him an extra cart length on me, and that's all he needs to prevent me from being able to pass him down the straightaway and get that position back. And that's where the problems start for us, because now there's nothing that we could really do. And they've got 2 cart lengths on me at the end of the straightaway now. And so I'm kind of screwed. I can't really drive as well as I'd like to. I'm still struggling with the track. get him under braking. We get a little bit closer to him. Oh, he makes a little bit of a mistake. He runs wide. We get right up next to him. That's nice. I'll take that opportunity. We're still chasing down that number 7, but he's being saved by us squabbling over here. So we get that turn in. We went a little bit too late, too wide into braking, and that really, really hurt us here. Because now we're really out of that draft. We take that curb and hope that it'll help us, but it's too painful, and it makes us screw up for that next series of corners. And we're just too sloppy there. And now I believe we are not quite 2 laps to go, but that's 3 kart lengths now, and it's really difficult to catch 2 guys who are running almost the same lap times as we dip a wheel in the dirt, but it's really difficult to pass 2 guys who are running the same lap times as you are, who are drafting together. It's difficult. That's worth 2/10. I may be faster, but I'm not 2/10 faster. So we really need to figure out what we can do here, because time is running out. And if we don't figure it out soon, we will have to settle for 5th place, which is not where anybody wants to be. So let's see what we can do. Take that curb again. And it just isn't quite there. We have a little bit of a slide through that corner, and he kind of screws up here. This could be our opportunity. We're getting up close to him. He's dropped back from that 71. That's crucial for us because that'll get him closer to us, but it will not give him the extra speed of the draft that it's giving us. And so that really is helpful. That's good. He goes wide there. That could be our opportunity, but we don't quite have the speed. The 71 thinks about an overtake. Is he on the... No, he pulls back in. Not quite it. We have a little bit of a bump. We brake very deep. That 18 brakes early. Still not quite there. Not what we need. Not helping us right now. And we're faster in the braking zones as they get bunched up and they start to mess with each other, but it's not giving us the opportunity that we quite need with our issues that we're dealing with currently and my broken back that I'm trying to nurse. And we're just really trying to pull in. What can we do? Is 2 laps to go? 2 laps to go. And so now we're 2.5 kart lengths behind. This is not good. When we still struggle, we're really struggling on the straightaways of this track on our exits, and this is really what ended up costing me the shot at what ended up costing me that 2nd place today, was that we just couldn't quite get our exits onto the straightaways right. And so while you see I caught up to them going into the braking zones, and as he goes to the inside, tries to defend. This is perfect. This is exactly what we need. We try to do a little bit of a switchback, but we're not quite far up next to him enough that we can really make a move. We try and go on the inside, upset him for that next corner, then we can get him into the following corners because he'll make a couple mistakes, and when he loses that draft, that's perfect because that'll give us the draft without him having the advantage of it as well. 71 moves over to try and break that toe a little bit. We're closing up to him. It's not enough for this braking zone. He brakes really late, has a mistake, has a moment there. We're right up next to him. Could this be the moment that we go for it? Could we go for it? Are we going to go for it? No, we do not go for it. That was a mistake. We should have gone for it, but we didn't. I'm going to go cry about that one later. Anyway, we're going up the crest. It's the last lap. Can we dive bomb him anywhere? Are there any opportunities that we can really take? He's too far off. We're really going to need to be counting on something really lucky to be happening us now for us to get that position. Are we going to get it? I don't know. Am I shitting myself right now? No, I'm just kidding. But no, it kind of sucked. Because ultimately that was a checkered flag. 71 takes 3rd place. 7 takes 2nd. And number 52 takes 3rd in the 18. Number 52 takes 1st place and the win. The 18 takes 4th. And we had to settle for 5th. Very frustrating. It sucks injuring yourself in any sport, really. I never knew that I could injure myself like this. So that was an eye-opener. And I definitely was looking forward to the next race where I could get my redemption, and spoiler alert, I did get my redemption next time I raced at this track. Don't forget to like and subscribe.